Magandang hapon, Malacanang Press Corps. Welcome muli sa ating press briefing ngayong araw. Makakasama natin ngayon si Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Cacda para magbahagi ng mahalagang anunsyo. Secretary Cacda.
Maraming salamat, ASEC Dale. Upon directive of the President, since he learned about the arrests of the around 20 Filipinos, OFWs, in a resort in Doha, Qatar last March 27 gabi and around 10:30, he immediately directed the Department of Migrant Workers, of course, in partnership under the same one country team with the DFA and our embassy in Doha, to provide legal and welfare assistance to the 20 who were arrested. More specifically, first and foremost, ang tanong ng Presidente, kamusta na sila? Their welfare, their well-being. Kaya't nagkaroon tayo ng welfare visits with our one country team under Ambassador Melicor. We had our labor attaché, his name is Attorney Ed Ferrer, along with our retained Qatari legal counsel, conduct visits in the detention centers in the jails, where the 20 were held. There were 12 males. There are 12 males and 5 females and 3 minors. And of course, we know nung unang nakalaya yung 3 menor de edad, naiwan yung 12 kalalakihan and 5 na kababaihan in separate detention or jail facilities. The second and more important, should I say, directive of the President was to secure their immediate release. And with gladness, we report today that, of course, based on the President's directive to secure the immediate release of the 17 who are still detained, the Qatari authorities, in 2 separate batches, the males at around 2:30 a.m. Qatari time, and the females around 4 a.m. Qatari time, were provisionally released pending investigation. So this means they have their liberty pending investigation. They're able to all go home to their respective homes in Qatar, in Doha, and able to spend time for themselves and their loved ones. But at the same time, since they are still subject to investigation, patuloy yung pinag-utos ng ating Pangulo na legal assistance, legal counsel, who will provide the necessary legal assistance to the 17 who are still under investigation. No charges have been filed. In fact, the President, when he gave us instructions to secure immediate release, was pointing out the matter on whether or not charges had indeed been filed. And so our legal counsel in Qatar had put forward this point. And to the Qatari authorities, we're very, very thankful to the Qatari authorities, to the Qatari government, for allowing the provisional release of the 17 as the investigations proceed, and as directed by the President, as legal assistance and welfare assistance will continually be provided to the 17. So yun na lamang po.
First question, Jinky Baticados, IBC.
Good afternoon po, Secretary. Sir, since it is provisional release pa lang po, what if po, sir, kapag may nakasuhan, what is the potential penalty?
Yes, I think before I respond to that, Jinky, I need to always put in that reminder to our kababayans to please observe host country laws and regulations. Dito yung nangyari sa Qatar, humantong sa arrests. But when it comes to mass actions and assemblies, they are regulated in their respective host countries. And in some countries, maaring walang arrest na nangyari. But we know there are other countries that have taken note of mass actions and have been monitoring the movements, the behavior of our Filipino communities abroad. So ang mensahe ay mag-ingat lang po, siguraduhin sundin ang batas, ang mga regulasyon ng host countries. And sorry, Jinky, pakiulit na lang.
Yes, sir. If ever lang po, sir, na may nakasuhan or makakasuhan, ano po yung mga potential penalty kayo?
Okay. Ang alleged dahilan ng kanilang pag-aaresto ay yung matter on illegal assembly or gathering without a permit, and gatherings that potentially disturb public security. Ito yung mga aligasyon. Okay? Kaya ang legal defense natin will be there ready to defend our 17 from these allegations as directed by the President. So, ang penalties nitong illegal assembly is 6 months up to 3 years imprisonment and a potential fine of 10,000 Qatari riyals to 50,000 Qatari riyals. Subject, of course, to the recommendation of the prosecutor and the discretion of the Qatari Criminal Court. So, yan ang potential penalty. But as I said, part of the legal assistance that have been so carefully directed by the President is to put up the best legal defense for our 17 kababayans.
Maricel Halili, TV5.
Magandang hapon po, sir. Sir, ano po yung naging argument ng Philippine government or at least yung basis na inilatag natin to convince the Qatari government na bigyan ng provisional release itong 17 Filipinos?
Yes, ang main point is yun nga, that they had been detained and an inquiry as whether charges have been filed. Wala pa naman sa ngayon, so perhaps it would be best to secure their provisional liberty in the absence of charges and while investigations are still going on. We know for sure that the Qatari Prosecution Service is still conducting its own inquiry and investigation. Of course, we are also, dahil welfare check ang gusto rin ng ating Pangulo, we want to know for sure if our 17 kababayans are medically safe, are in good physical condition. So in fact, one of the things that we will do, of course, under the leadership of Ambassador Melicor, our labor attaché, will bring in medical help and assistance to check on the 17. So medical condition would be another argument or point raised there in terms of ensuring that they are all physically in good health.
And of course, sir, habang nasa provisional release sila, hindi sila pwedeng umuwi dito.
Yes, they could not travel outside of Qatar while investigations are going on. But ang mahalaga dito, provisional liberty is still liberty. And that's very important to the President, and that was first and foremost, alongside the welfare aspect, is to secure their immediate release.
And sir, just so we can have an idea, usually po ba sa Qatar, gaano kahaba yung procedure, yung mga legal procedure nila bago naglalabas ng decision yung korte?
Well, we know for sure na sa Qatar ay mabilis naman ang dispensation ng justice ang mga proseso proceedings. I cannot just peg the exact timeline or date so as not to raise inaccurate expectations. But at this stage, rest assured, our legal counsel will also be there to look out for, among other things, yung speed, yung determination ng ultimate findings ng Qatari side para masettle once and for all, no? Yung kasong ito para sa kapakanan na rin ng ating mga kababayan.
Tristan